Hello, I'm Jake Trotter. This is Mike Baldwin, OSU beat writer. Our final here at Owen Field, Oklahoma 49, OSU 17. Mike, your thoughts from the game?
Well, I think everybody expected a close game because Oklahoma had all these injuries. You lose a good running back, you lose defensive ends. Bradford's a little bit questionable. So then what happens, I think, took everybody a little bit by surprise, is OSU's been bad covering the pass, but run defense has been okay until the fourth quarter when they get tired. Oklahoma from the get-go was running it right down their throats, so I think it surprised everybody a little bit, but it didn't take long to figure out how this game was going to go.
It wasn't very complicated for the Sooners offensively. It was basically getting the multiple tight end set, give the ball to Patrick, give the ball to Brown, and that's all they needed to do to control the first half.
Yeah, I think that's why it was surprising, is it was so simple, just smash-mouth football, and it worked from beginning to end, and they just controlled the game. OSU had a couple chances to make it a game. They got down to what we call the pivotal point in the game when they got the first and goal at the 1, took 4 plays, couldn't get in. I think in retrospect, everybody knows that was their last shot because there's already 2 possessions behind in tennis, the volley and, the hold and serve. So once they got behind there, I think it was bad. And then starting the second half, they get down, they miss the field goal. That could have got them within another, a couple of possessions. But from that point, Oklahoma just dominated the offense, and Oklahoma State couldn't stop them. So the 2 chances they had, they didn't cash in.
It looked like without Big 12 sack leader Austin English in the game, they've missed him for the last 3 games, haven't been able to exert a lot of defensive pressure. It looked like tonight they didn't get a lot of sacks, but they were in the backfield disrupting Zach Robinson and the zone read and the rollouts and different plays like that.
Yeah, I think that's the 2 storylines from this game. Is one, Oklahoma's offensive line, everybody says a little passive, they're good pass blockers, but how can they run block? I think they proved today they can run block pretty well. And the other part was, Oklahoma State's dynamic offense, they can run or throw. Could they make them one-dimensional? Well, everybody thought it would be slowing down the running game and making them pass, when just the opposite happened, is the running game had a little bit of success for OSU, but they couldn't pass all day, so in a way they were one-dimensional. And then when the score got out of hand and they knew they had to pass, Oklahoma just, put the hammer down. And for the Sooners, obviously, now they get to go to the Big 12 title game next week. Oklahoma State will probably go to the Inside or Alamo Bowl, probably Inside. But Oklahoma regained a little confidence, do you think, going into the Big 12 title game? Because last week they were reeling pretty good.
Well, I don't think there's any doubt. Getting their starting quarterback, Sam Bradford, was a big help. I think he was 11-15, 4 TD passes, broke the national freshman record for touchdown passes in a season. And Alan Patrick, where's he been all year? He came out and totally dominated, had a career high.
Those are 2 good Bedlam games. Maybe he needs to play Oklahoma State every year.
But if he plays like that next week, they're going to be tough out for either Kansas, Missouri, whoever wins that game, because that allows them to get in the 3 tight end set and really control the clock and keep their defense off the field. Either way, they play Kansas and Missouri. Both those offenses are very good, so they're going to need to play well offensively to keep themselves in the game. But you're right, they did regain their confidence, and I think no one more than Alan Patrick, after fumbling on the first offensive play last week and then coming out and having a career game tonight. When do you think OSU will find out about their
ball? I think they may have to wait till the Sunday night after the bowl games because everybody's got to make sure they get 2 BCS berths. I think everybody knows the Big 12 will get the 2, but all the bowl people can't assume that before they start handing out bids. And I think the interesting thing, I wrote a bowl story for the Sunday paper, is they're not going to fill all their slots now. Nebraska didn't make it, Kansas State didn't make it, and then of
Kansas State with a terrible loss.
And then Iowa State and Baylor didn't make it, so the Texas Bowl will probably not have a Big 12 team in it. So the odds are pretty high. It's Inside or Alamo. The last bowl is Independence, but I think Colorado will probably fill that one. And so their options are pretty much A&M and them. Which one goes to Insight, which one goes to Alamo Bowl, because we think Tech and Texas will go to Holiday and Gator. I guess the Sun could get into the mix, if Gator passes, but they've got Notre Dame. They don't want to do that.
Yeah, it's not going to pass.
But you're going to have to break down and probably take a week on all the possibilities for OU. They've probably got 3 or 4 different possibilities where they could end up, right?
Well, they had a lot more coming into this game than they do now. Texas losing really helps them out because Texas had a chance to leap OU for an at-large BCS berth that the Sooners were to lose next weekend. Texas probably falls to, at best, the Cotton Bowl, but maybe even somewhere lower.
Holiday or Gator.
Or Gator. So that the Sooners are looking like win next week and they go to the Fiesta, lose, have an outside shot at the Fiesta, but more likely go into the Cotton Bowl and possibly the Holiday if they fall that far.
It looks like it's going to be an interesting bowl season for both teams. Cowboys obviously a little disappointed, didn't bring their A game today. The offense didn't play quite as well, especially second half. OU gets back on track, but they'll both be in bowl games, and we'll be covering it, and we'll give you more video and podcast coverage down the road.
Could be a Oklahoma and Arizona winner if both teams go to Phoenix for their bowl games. For Mike Baldwin, I'm Jake Trotter. Our final here, Oklahoma 49, Oklahoma State 17. Check in with us next Saturday after the Big 12 championship. We'll see you then.